There was a card game. It looked like 400. There was a group doing their prayers, and as soon as they finished, another group began. The prayer corner was rarely unoccupied these days, and the same could be said for this house. It was Abdullah's house, and there was talk about Abdullah's whereabouts, but they were all rumors and remained unconfirmed. Soon he would return. Soon he would. And then there he was. Abdullah was one of the early figures. He was a legend. But if you reached out, you knew him to be flesh and blood. Jamal had spoken to Abdullah their very first day. He had called him Sir, and later realized no one addressed him like that, but the men who heard him did not laugh. His first night, he lay awake thinking about them laughing behind his back, but the next day he could not find evidence for this sense, and he gradually abandoned the idea and realized he was considered one of the men. The men passed him bread, they passed him meat, they asked him to be on their team in cards, they nudged him when they went to pray. The men took their time to show him how to shoot, how to roll a cigarette. His father was going to stomp the life out of him for smoking. That is, if he ever made it home again. Abdullah sat in the seat that was unofficially his, that was kept vacant even if the men had to sit on the floor. He always looked clean, no matter how dirty the day had been. Jamal pointed this out to someone, and the response was, "Just because we're fighters doesn't mean we live like pigs." Abdullah with his neat beard, Abdullah with his shirt tucked in. "We have lost many men today. There will be funerals, but no tit for tat, just to make sure we see an equal number of them dead. We'll go visit the families and make sure that they get the help they need. Keep your weapons close in case some see this as a suitable time to attack. There will be people who wish to join our cause. Remember, this is not a matter of numbers, but about having people we can trust with our lives." Abdullah looked down at his plate as someone asked the names of the men. Abdul Razak, Hamza, Ahmed Zain, Tariq ibn Ezzeddin. They were silent and ate quietly. Some men left. Some prayed. Some continued with the game of cards. Later, Jamal considered this the greatest lesson of his life. Rage could be quiet. Rage could be the scream kept inside. Rage could be patience as they buried their dead and went about their lives. A martyr. When the news came about Susan and the truck and the building and the dead, Jamal and the men cleared out because Abdullah was in a rage. The internal story differed to the official story, but both versions had holes. Abdullah lined them up as if before a firing squad and demanded they speak. Who supplied the truck? Who supplied the bombs? Who supplied the idea? How many of you were in on this? The location, its choice, the time of day? How did you decide she'd be the one to drive the truck? Ahmed spoke quietly. She volunteered. It was an idea we discussed, but nothing had been decided. I was involved. There were others. And I suppose we believed this way we could make a point to the world. And what point is that? That her life is worthless enough to throw away in this way? It's not like that. Then how is it? Explain it to me so I understand. They can kill us just as well. What difference does it make? They are more powerful, but we can make a point that we are not afraid, that we will persist with this even at the cost of our own lives. We are not afraid, Abdullah. We are not afraid. Do you understand? But I am. We fight for this, and in the end we kill ourselves as easily as they kill us. Why the fight if there is no one left? Abdullah turned from them, and they avoided looking in his direction. They avoided thinking about the end of Susan's life. If she had maintained her certainty, or if there had been a moment, the impending afterlife, the Creator, and she had been afraid. We will not turn her into a martyr.